And we're back.
We're back. Sorry, we all posing because in the last video, this heifer right here
came in with a pose.
Stole it.
Hey, mama. Nobody said nothing about y'all starting with y'all stunner shades. Get them. Your 24-inch earrings. Blinging out.
But Camino made a comment in the last post, and she said that if you have to go through all of that, don't have a baby, adopt.
Whatever.
No,
don't come for me. Yes, there's so many children out there that need families.
But what if you want your own DNA?
Sometimes it's not meant to be. If that's the case, then you need to get rid of this with the dry ass pussy and go get you a real. What about
a real fertile woman? What does that mean?
I'm saying, like, a lady who, and my nanny don't got nothing to do with my uterus. If my nanny's dry, my uterus could be good. What the hell? You need to rephrase that. My fallopian tubes and are dry. Don't say my nanny's dry.
Excuse me, she's taking this very
seriously. I'm not referring to the nanny. I'm referring to the uterus or the tube.
Thank you.
Or the progression. My dry fallopian tubes. Maybe you have outer
ovaries.
Powdered ovaries, whatever. I can deal with that. There can be a lot of issues. You can even get pregnant sometimes, and the baby get what was that? We were talking about this one day when you said it starts to develop outside of the tube.
Oh,
I can't think of what it's called.
They thought I had that with Javen.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called.
But y'all understand.
A tubal pregnancy, isn't that what it is?
Yeah, this has a name though. I can't think.
Brain fart.
But anyway, like, if that's the case, if you need it to be your DNA, then get with somebody that doesn't have those types of issues.
No, or we can hire a woman.
Or you can adopt a baby.
Or hire a woman.
That nobody wants, so you don't have to worry about it.
No. That nobody wants.
Show them some love.
Somebody wants little Ray Ray.
I mean, they might. Thank God. I mean, somebody wanted me. I want you.
But you weren't a surrogate because nobody carried you. You had more of a woman that basically adopted you, so you can't say that.
And that's why she's pro-adoption. But then my biological, it was the surrogate.
I am pro-adoption too, but I want a child that looks like me.
But that's why my biological then would be the surrogate because and then you can find somebody who looks like you. Like, that's what I'm saying.
A little curly head, Hawaiian.
Hawaii has adoption agencies where the kids are native.
Yeah.
You can get you a Hawaiian kid. And I'm sure they'll be nice.
I want my own. That's what you guys don't get. I want my own. I don't want to adopt.
All this possessiveness, your own. You don't own anything.
My damn sperm.
Yeah, that's all you own.
Shit.
And it ain't really yours.
It is mine.
He owns his house.
The bank owns that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What about your car?
I own my dog. Bitch.
2 weeks in a row.
And it's not your gate.
2 weeks in a row.
Well, let's hope it's not her gate. No.
2 weeks in a row.
It could be my gate.
And if it is, oh the hell well. Answer that thing. Damn.
Who was it?
Say your name out loud.
No, you're not gonna get it.
But who was it? Was it my mama?
Nope.
Was it her daddy?
No, it was a friend.
Was it my kids who they're with?
No.
That would be your daddy.
That ain't my daddy. Ain't no more. You messed that up.
Come on.
Oh God.
Come on, Camino.
But, okay. Anyway. Questions for the both of you. Do you feel like you're...
Oh, wait, what color Corvette do you like? Sorry, but go ahead. What's your question? Go, Camino.
You identify as being Puerto Rican. All day. Okay.
Say something Puerto Rican.
She can barely speak
English right. What you mean say some Puerto Rican?
Oh wait, there's no Puerto Rican language. It's
They
Spanish.
speak Spanish, right?
Okay.
How come he don't get shit when his phone goes off?
It's just dinking. It's not fucking salsa shit. Damn, my mouth. Sorry. She just pissing me off.
So she identifies as Puerto Rican.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself to be native of
Foreigner?
America or an immigrant, since Puerto Rico is an island?
I consider myself a native of
Just because you were born in the United States?
Mhm. Yeah.
So the fact that your nationality is of another place doesn't matter. You look at yourself like, I'm Puerto Rican American or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you? Because Hawaii is an island too.
And it's a state.
I mean, which is fine, but it's like it became a state later. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States technically now.
It is.
It's not a state, but it's a part of the United States.
Yeah. What do you mean? Do I identify? I identify as Hawaiian and black.
But American?
And Jamaican. It's no
See,
American.
what do you mean Hawaiian, black, and Jamaican? Jamaica is a place. You're
I'm talking
black.
about my race.
Okay, Jamaica's
So
not a
I
place.
identify
Okay, black and
as
Hawaiian.
Black and Hawaiian.
Okay. Not but American native.
Okay, so
Because
Hawaii is one of the
50 states.
So
Okay. We got
Yeah.
the map down. Okay, so I feel the same way as y'all, even though I don't know what I come from or where I'm at.
Nino.
And one of our friends had posted on her Facebook one day that she had all this respect and revered Latinos, specifically Mexicans, because with the immigration laws being what they are, you know, they're considered immigrants even though they're attached to us and they were here first. And they work so hard and they're so supportive of their family, and that the racism that they have to endure in the United States is pretty jacked up, and it's not fair to them to get treated the way they do and to work the jobs that none of us Americans want to work. And I kind of got in my feelings because I thought about it, and I'm like, there's plenty of Americans that would be willing to do the work that they do.
Correct.
I blame it on the business owners who hire the immigrants because they know they can pay them less.
Exactly. They don't want to pay what that job should be qualified for.
Right.
Yep, that's true.
And so she and I were pretty much going back and forth, and there was other people replying. And I wanted to know how you guys felt about it personally. One, because for you, knowing that, like, your ancestors were considered immigrants at a time, and if this was that time, you would be too. Two, because you are considering yourself to be American. If you feel like her statement is true or whatever the case may be, is that the case? And three, because you both are working Americans, like, and you work in an industry where for hospitality and hotels, where you have housekeeping and cooks and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So those are usually the jobs that immigrants would get hired for.
Okay, and I have an answer. I think I'm gonna get in my feelings a little bit. I got a wave of emotions going through me all of a sudden.
Be honest.
I have to think about it from my family standpoint, and my grandpa coming to the U.S. That was, I don't know, over 70-something years ago. He didn't speak hardly any English, and ever since I can remember, he was always working in a factory, didn't make anything, but he was not educated. He didn't speak very good English at all. And
not educated at all, not even in Puerto Rico?
He left school at 5th grade to help his family.
Wow.
Yeah, so he came to the United States when he was 17, and he learned English here, like on the streets, not in school. He didn't finish school, but ever since I can remember, he's had a job. And now that I think about it, he probably had those kind of jobs because people knew they could take advantage of him. They knew that they could hire this man that hardly spoke any English but was a hard worker and had a family. That's another thing. People from other countries usually come with a purpose, and it's usually wife, kids, parents, whatever. So they are on their grind. Meaning, I will take this job even though I should be paid $7.50, which is minimum wage. I'll take $5, and I'll bust my ass all day, every day, because they're looking at the bigger picture. Regardless, they got kids to feed. So,
and some money is better than no money.
Than no money.
Right.
So on the flip side of that, I know a lot of people born here, raised here, black, white, whatever, that do those same jobs my grandfather did, and they're willing to. So you can't say that we're not willing to, or we feel like.
Do you feel like there's racism, like, in regards to the immigrants? Like, do you feel like people hated on your grandfather for taking a job that they could have worked?
And they probably did, and I hate that, because you can't hate on another man's hustle to feed his family. If I'm gonna work for $3 an hour, and you're mad because you turned down that job because they didn't give you $5, that's on you, dude.
But what if they didn't turn it down? What if it was just like, oh no, we have another candidate, we don't want you?
But that's not my fault.
But they do that in corporate America too, so.
Yeah.
But do you get mad at the immigrant? Do you say,
no, you can't.
I wish you guys would stay where you come from.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
People do
you're dirty. You're not as good as me.
No, people do think exactly the way you're saying it, because there are people out there that feel that way. But for those people that feel that way, well, then if they're feeling that type of way, then get your butt out there, get your hustle the way they're doing it. They're called day workers. Mm-hmm. That's what they're called. They're on the corners, and they'll work, and they're hard workers. I don't knock any of them for what they do, because I know at the end of the day they're taking that money home to survive, to help with their family.
And that's what I'm saying. The same reason you're mad because you're not working, that's the same reason they're working. Exactly. You're mad as the American from here, saying you immigrants come here and taking our money, taking our jobs. Y'all both going for the same thing here, which is to take care of yourself and your family. So it's like I can't be mad at the next person. Yeah, I could be mad because I'm not given as many opportunities, because these business owners are knowing that they can get over on immigrants. Yeah, that's the case, but at the same time, I can't be mad at you, the immigrant.
Right.
Because you're doing what I would do. If I was offered the job as the American from here, I would take it.
And
so
listen,
I'm mad at you.
And listen, when the way I go to work, I work in the city, and it's one section of that area that I go through, and you have all races out there. You have Asians, Hispanics, blacks, white,
Indians.
All of them. They're all out there. They're not hating on each other. They all stand there, and it's up to the hiring who they choose. So they don't hate on each other. You don't see them fighting. Everybody's out there to get their bills paid, to make that money, and get a job. Right now, society is really hard. So you got these people that worked in corporate America now have to do these type of jobs just to get some kind of income. So people do feel that way, though, but.
And I don't think the part of the thing too that I responded to was, I don't feel like it's just immigrants that are that way. Like, I feel like Americans are willing to work. Like, that's part of our culture and our history, separating from England. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You come over here, you want to start your own stuff, you break your back and do what you have to do to make it happen. Yep. And I feel a certain way, like it's a reverse racism, so to speak, like for her to think that it's that particular group of people who are willing to do that, and we're wrong for treating them a certain type of way. The statement that I hate is when someone says they're willing to do the jobs that we're not. Because I know someone personally that is working in a factory, is getting there by any means necessary, whether it's a cab, a scooter, a bus, or whatever, busting his back to take care of his family. So you can't say that, because there's so many men and women out there that are doing these quote-unquote jobs that no one wants to do. I see it every day. I see housekeepers breaking their backs every day. I used to be a housekeeper.
Yeah, people in the kitchen, people cleaning bathrooms. It's like they're doing those jobs that no one wants to do.
Fast food.
Yeah, fast food, whatever it may be. So you can't, that's my thing, just don't generalize and say, we don't want to do these jobs, or we too. Maybe it's just the people you know. Yeah. But I know a lot of people that will do all these side jobs. Where we used to live, people mowing our grasses. These were people from the States.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These were people, African American, white, that come knocking on your door. Can I mow your grass? Can I clean your car? Can